Before we do a podcast, should we talk about My Oh My Design?
That fantastic website and friend of ours online, Matt Young, also known as My Oh My Design.
Yes.
Let's talk about him, sure.
Yeah. Ben, tell me about My Oh My Design.
He's great. He'll design you a logo. He'll design you something for your T-shirt, something for your website, something for your brand. He is fantastic. Here's our friend Matt Young. You can find him on Twitter, twitter.com/MyOhMyDesign.
I think generally speaking, if you go to the internet, are you aware of the internet?
I'm aware there is some kind of technology that exists where people can go and search for pornography.
It's a box. Yes,
It is a box.
Yeah,
That's right.
It's a web of ideas contained within a box. I think it's made by spiders. And if you if you just screen... I'm scared of spiders. If you just screen the words My Oh My Design into the web of box that is the internet. Web of box? Box of webs.
Sure.
You'll probably find him.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely you will.
I mean, you'll find his website. It's not where he is. That's weird.
But do you know that for definite? That he's not actually in there?
In the website? In the webs? Maybe he's the spider.
Watching. Judging.
Well, he's definitely watching you. He's the spider because he's got 8 eyes that go all around.
The spider? What?
You guys are scaring me right now.
Should we do some podcasting?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Welcome to Nerdschatting, movie, TV, comic chat. Thanks for tuning in.
Welcome, everybody, to the Nerdschatting podcast. My name is Nathan, and with me are my two very good friends, JB and Ben. Hello, boys.
Hello.
Hello.
We are the Nerdschatting. We talk about movies and TV shows and comic books and all things nerdy. And this week, we saw Sicario 2, Day of the Soldado.
Is it
Sicario
called
2, Soldado?
Or Day of the... whatever.
Isn't there a car called a Soldado?
Probably.
Isn't
It means
isn't
soldier.
Made by Sia?
Anyway,
No idea.
should we talk about that later?
So far out of my comfort zone right
So
now.
we'll review that later on, but before we do that, we'll do some broken news. Shall we, boys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Broken news.
So this is broken news. It's so old, it's not breaking. It's already broken. Have you guys looked at the news that I've put on this document?
I've had a
today?
brief
Yeah,
peruse.
Yeah.
The first one we're going to talk about is where on earth is Dark Phoenix?
Holiday.
She's gone on holiday,
Yeah,
is
I
she?
think she's going for a month away.
She
Anyone
was-
going on holiday?
Yeah, she was doing a no carbs for marbs diet for a month, and then she's in Marbella right now.
I can confirm that this news story is in fact not a news story.
Oh, right.
So
Okay.
for a while, basically Dark Phoenix dropped off of Fox's release schedule, and everyone was like, "They're not releasing it! What's going on, Marvel? What? Oh my god!" Ah!
The internet exploded into a fervour
Yeah.
of rumour.
Yeah, but guess what?
Was the website down or something?
Hey! That's an in-joke for everyone. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Sorry, I'm good at that.
Yeah, that's good. There was an update from Fox, and they said, no.
Everyone chill. It's
just-
coming.
It's fine. We've made it. We've put money into it. We want that money back.
Yeah.
So,
of course.
So Dark Phoenix. I wonder if the internet went mad because they kind of secretly don't want it to be released
Why?
because the last few X-Men films haven't been that great. That's not true. First Class
I
and
disagree with that, if I'm honest.
First
with you.
Class and Days of Future Past are very good.
And I also did not hate Apocalypse.
Yeah, but it's just fine.
Yeah, but
It's
fine for a comic book movie to be fine.
no, it was a lot of money for a cheap movie. You know
Sure,
that. You
fine,
know
okay.
that, Ben. Come on. We even talked about how it looked like it was on like green screen all the time. Normally films are on green screen.
Ben, talk properly.
He can't even. He's got no argument back.
I know, is that what it
I'm
is?
so incredulous today about everything you're talking about.
Because all films are on green screens these days. But normally you go, oh yeah, that could possibly be a real location. But with Apocalypse, we were like, God, that looks cheap.
Everything is shot on a soundstage.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm hopeful this film does come out, and of course, if Fox have now said, yeah, it's coming, don't panic, everyone hold on to your hats, it's coming. It will probably be the last time we'll see the X-Men on the big screen under Fox's banner, probably ever.
Well, there's New Mutants, but it doesn't really count. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Disney, when Disney, the sale goes through, I don't know if they'll come back to the X-Men anytime soon. I think it'll be like 5 or 6 years, maybe.
Give it time.
Yeah, give it a bit of time. Let everything die down a little bit. Then there's a clean break, then, isn't there? Or they'll ignore all of that and they'll bring these actors into the Disney universe from a different dimension.
Or
Universe, yeah?
yes,
Yeah.
or there's a third possibility. Avengers 4 has like multiverse versions happen, things happen, and they just have a new version of them.
I have a question about Avengers.
Pose it.
Infinity War. So potential spoilers for that movie.
Everyone in the world's seen it. It's gone past 2 billion.
Fine.
Has it really now?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we talked about it. Anyway, sorry.
Well, no,
my
it wasn't.
point-
I didn't think
my-
it had gone past 2.
Yeah, hasn't it?
just,
Oh, was
just,
that?
yeah,
Oh, you might have been talking, so I wasn't listening. Sorry.
that's fine.
We purposely did it without you.
Oh.
We organised a meeting knowing where you'd be so we could be somewhere else to talk about Avengers Infinity War going past $2 billion.
I'm actually crying right now.
Yeah.
So my question is, in Infinity War, when they're on Titan and Doctor Strange is looking at the 4 million potential scenarios of how this plays out, is he also looking at multiverse scenarios of how this plays out, or is it all set in the universe that they live in?
Yes.
Interesting, right? Good.
Yeah.
Well, leave
Do you
that
think?
one lying
Do you
there.
think we're going to know more once Ant-Man and Wasp is out?
Almost certainly it's out in America and everywhere else apart from the UK, and Disney
Is
are
it
horrid.
really?
Yeah.
Don't look online because there's spoilers everywhere for it.
Yeah.
It's out.
Wow.
You're incredulous like Ben was. You don't even have words.
Why have they done that?
I have no idea. We're get it a month late, which means I'm probably not going to see it in the cinema because it comes out once I've gone on holiday, and when I'm on holiday, I don't have plans to go to the cinema.
Right. Well, can I just say that? Well, Ben's getting up. That Ben and I.
Ben's opening windows, closing
No,
windows.
it's just there was a guy pushing a trolley full of bottles.
How dare he do his job?
But it was just like the loudest thing in the world, and that microphone picks up everything.
It doesn't pick up everything.
Everything.
It doesn't pick up the trash. What did I say? The trash.
This microphone.
That microphone.
So I did. Right. Okay. So Ben, we're going to go and see it. And
Ant-Man
then
and the Wasp, definitely.
And are we going to review it without him then? So he needs
I
to
think
play?
we should. We're gonna have to.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we should.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
Okay.
he'll be on his travels in the southern states of the US of A.
Oh, we've added a 5th state. That's so exciting.
Let's not talk about that. Let's move on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's, it's boring to us.
All right, so news. Some more news. Where are we?
Widow.
Black Widow film is happening. We kind of thought it was speculatively happening.
Pardon?
You know the word.
Speculatively.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's more weight given to it now because Jeff Schneider, who is
A director of film.
entertainment reporter,
Oh, I
Jeff
beg your
Schneider,
pardon. Right, okay.
has said that Kimberly Peirce, who directed Boys Don't Cry, is added to the shortlist of possible directors for Marvel's Black Widow. Thoughts, everyone?
Well, is this going to be an origin?
I hope
Maybe.
not. I hope not.
Is it going to be?
Go on.
Is it going to be something? Yeah. Well, we don't. Do we know anything more than?
No.
If it's not an origin movie, then she survives the events of Avengers 4.
What about its? Well, it might not be an origin movie, but did she kind of have a trip somewhere in the other films where she's not around for a little while?
You know what I would like?
I don't know. Am I talking rubbish?
I would like what you just said,
Yeah.
100%,
Oh,
with little flashbacks all the way through of her origin,
like her training.
her training.
Didn't that happen a little bit in about
Age of Ultron.
Yeah, because she can't have kids and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that sort of thing, which is basically a trope of, say, Arrow and I don't know, 24,
Every
everything.
other
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's in all things now. It's a way of doing an origin. Batman Begins kind of did it, basically.
Yeah,
It's a way of doing an origin without doing an origin.
Yeah.
But it works, and I'd quite like to see that, because I'd quite like to see Black Widow off doing her adventures.
Yeah,
There was
me
also,
too.
linking into what you just said,
She's badass.
there was also, there's that very brief
Great
moment
ass.
in...
Oh, Jesus.
sorry,
Lowered the tone.
I'm sorry, am I allowed to talk in this
No,
podcast?
no, you're not,
or-
because James's
Well, because
love for Black Widow came out.
Yeah,
What
you
did
weren't
you say?
listening because we
Physical
were still
love.
having a conversation. And
Your
you just-
physical love for Black Widow came out. Did you
Yes.
just get your
I
penis
said,
out?
I said,
Whoa!
just to review, just to highlight it some more, I said, she's badass, and James said, she got a great ass. Awful. Thumbs upping.
You're a disgrace, Hammers, Binghamers. Anyway, there's that line in Civil War where Bucky has gone back into Winter Soldier mode.
Yeah.
And they're having the fight in the cafeteria, and he slams her onto the table, and she says to Bucky, "Do you not even remember me?" So
Yeah.
there's potential that they have got a relationship in the past somewhere. Don't know what it is. It might just be a working relationship. Could be a James and Black Widow sort of type relationship that he wants. You know, whatever that might be. They could have had a
friendly,
Yeah.
platonic,
whatever. They could have had a platonic relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have had a working platonic relationship.
Maybe.
They could have had a romance.
Maybe they killed people together.
Maybe they did. Maybe they did.
Because I think that I think the interesting thing about that idea of it being a flashback between her past and her present is that in the past she's kind of a villain, and so she almost could be the villain of the story.
She's got red in her ledger
because they could be running parallel, and then you could discover that a villain in the present is actually someone from her past. I mean, I'm not reinventing the wheel here. This is old.
Sure, it's been done before.
Yeah,
everything's been done before.
We haven't mentioned Kimberly Peirce at all in the fact that she could be directing Black Widow.
So she's done Boys Don't Cry. Is that the movie with
Yes.
Hilary Swank where she... It's based on a true story, I think, where she plays a girl who dresses up as a boy and then is killed for it, I think?
It's quite a serious film, isn't
Yeah,
it?
very serious film.
I'm going to say, back yourself.
Sure.
It was
backed myself.
that was definitely what it is. Yeah, I'll have a look quickly.
wrong.
Yeah, no.
Probably.
How are you
So,
going to do that?
Use the technology.
Kimberly Peirce has directed lots of things. Boys Don't Cry. She's directed it as a short first, and then it was made into a feature film 4 years later. The L Word TV series, Carrie, 2013's Carrie. Loads of TV series stuff, Halt and Catch Fire,
Oh, that's
American
good.
Crime, Manhattan, I Love Dick. You're sniggering, both of you.
I'm not.
I Love Dick was the Amazon Kevin Bacon pilot. You two can't contain yourselves, can you? Because you're already deciding to take that as a soundbite, aren't you?
Oh, it's one of those days today.
It really is. Yeah,
Happy Friday.
yeah. I'm fully on board for that. I think I think Marvel do well with their choice of directors. I think they have an ownership of the tone and style and content, but then they give the directors the ability to carry on with that story. And I think, it's good.
I'm looking forward to it. I think I completely, wholeheartedly agree with you. I don't want another origin story.
Agreed.
Because it's the same thing, isn't it? I've got something new, I've got some conflict, I'm going to fix it, and now I'm okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
She's deserved a film. The Black Widow character has deserved a film since she showed up in, Iron Man 2, I think? And sort of pretty much stole the show, so yeah.
Have you
go
got
for
back
it.
and watched Iron Man 2 recently? Her hair in that is crazy.
It's very curly, I think, isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, it's good for action scenes because it whips around and stuff.
Yeah.
But I do prefer, Infinity War hair.
What, blonde and straight?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That works better for me.
She was a redhead, wasn't she?
She was, but not in Infinity War.
I like
she's
redhead.
blonde.
I think it's nice. Adds fire, doesn't it?
Kissed with fire. By fire.
Can we move away from Black Widow? Because James is showing way too much
Of his appreciation for Scarlett
of
Johansson.
that character and the actress that plays her.
Okay.
Let's move it on.
I think she's a great character, and I think she could lead an action film really well.
Yeah, well, she was a joint lead in Captain America: The Winter Soldier, wasn't she?
My favourite Marvel film.
There you go. So yeah, she can do it.
I think she can handle it.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the character's got enough depth to handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's roll on.
There's
Should we
a
talk about?
chainsaw out there.
Should we talk about Nightwing?
Yeah, tell me all about Nightwing.
Yes.
So
boys.
Nightwing is one of the. Do you know the character Nightwing? Are you aware of him?
No.
Okay, so he's the first Robin, Dick
Right.
Grayson.
Yeah,
When he leaves Batman's side, he goes off and does his own thing. He's called
Why?
Nightwing.
Why did he leave Batman's
He's
side?
he grows up. He has his own.
He wants to do his own
he's
thing now.
doing his own thing.
Is he a goodie still?
Yeah, well, he is considered. Dick Grayson is as Dick Grayson and as Nightwing is considered the nicest man in the DC universe. Like everyone gets on with him.
But is he a dark character like our Batman?
No, he's a really
Batman.
yeah.
It's like-
But what's nice about reading him is that he is everything Batman, but he has a positive spin on life.
So he didn't want to be Robin anymore.
Nope.
He decides to be Nightwing.
Yep.
Which is pretty cool.
Nightwing. Do you know where the name comes from? Do you know this, Ben?
No.
He talks to Superman and gets the name from Superman because in ancient Kryptonian legend there was Nightwing and Flamebird who were mythical heroes in the Kryptonian mythology.
Oh, there you go. I did not know that.
There you go.
This is news to me. He's also a little bit of a ladies' man.
Player.
Yeah, he's been out with everyone. In
Has he
this
really?
universe. Yeah.
Okay. And is he in Gotham like with Batman then, or is he off to find another city?
He's in a city, the neighbouring city of Bloodhaven.
Right. Okay.
So yeah,
Seriously, I'm quite like the sound of this already.
I love reading Nightwing comics. Everything about him is great. He's an acrobat. Everything about him, all his comics look They've got so much movement in them, and he's slick and stylish. And yeah, I really like Nightwing as a character. I think he's great. So they're making a movie of him.
Cool.
Supposedly.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Well, okay, so supposedly, as in, we know, we've spoken before about how DC movies, we don't know what's coming forward, what's not happening. All sorts of things could be
on
happening.
a streaming service.
Could be on a streaming service, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And so there's a series on the streaming service on the DC universe called Titans, with a Dick Grayson character.
No.
As Nightwing.
As Nightwing? Or I thought he was Robin.
Well, he's got a Robin costume, but I imagine he'll become Nightwing in it. Anyway, so there is a character of that already cast, and we saw the suit. Did we talk about that, or did we not talk about that? I think we talked about it.
We talk about so many things.
I know. Did we talk offline about it, maybe?
Probably.
Anyway, the point of this is Chris McKay, who is writing and directing... I'm not sure if he's writing, but he's directing the Nightwing film. He's been, offered the job of directing the Nightwing film. He's been talking about it for ages. Has possibly been talking to an actor called Lewis Tan about playing the character of Dick Grayson.
And what's Lewis Tan been in before?
Lewis Tan was in Deadpool 2 and Iron Fist.
Don't know Iron Fist, haven't seen it. What character was he in Deadpool 2?
I think he was like that alien guy who, when they jumped out of the plane, he ended up in the wood chipper, I think. I think. I might be wrong.
Okay.
Let me quickly just check. But Lewis Tan bloody looks the part.
I can't remember what he looks
Is
like.
he stacked?
He is a martial artist extraordinaire. He's a badass.
Yeah,
I would be 100% up for Lewis Tan playing Nightwing.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
He looks pretty nails, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's nails. He's nails. And
It's not
and
just
I
about being a martial artist, though.
No, but it has authenticity.
Sure.
And he's an actor as well.
That's
Do you
fine.
know what? I think that's. We were talking about Superman and having to be size and everything else
Yeah.
like this. But if you're an acrobat, we all go and see. Oh, has anyone gone to see Cirque du Soleil? Have you ever seen one of these shows?
No, I
You
haven't.
know what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
These people are like really strong.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
to be really strong, you have to have your muscles to be able to do that. So if you do that anyway,
Yeah.
you are going to be good. But he looks like a shoe-in for him.
Yep. So he was in Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, Pirates of the Caribbean World's End, Olympus Has Fallen, Hangover 3, Sacrifice, Den of Thieves, Deadpool 2. He's got some acting chops going on there. In Iron Fist, he was Zhu Chen.
Yes. He was a member of the, what are they called? The Hand.
Ah, yeah, okay.
The Hand?
Yes, it is the Hand, because Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
foot.
is the foot, which is
Yeah.
a piss take of it, yeah.
Yeah.
What I also quite like about him is he's British born.
Hey,
So,
a
yeah.
local guy.
Yeah.
Well done, him.
So he's from Manchester.
Well, I'm not that local then, but it's fine.
It's
More local than not, yeah.
45 minutes away, isn't he?
I
By
just-
plane.
Well, by plane, sure.
He's thrown his hat in the ring. Apparently, he's had some conversations with Chris McKay. Chris McKay wants a martial artist. He wants, someone with authenticity. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
And again, they have to be. They have to have looks about them. All right, and I'm not because everyone. It even came up in the Batman comics recently in one of the side issues where Batman's getting married in the comics at the moment to Selena Kyle, Catwoman, possibly. Catwoman has a head night, and they're talking. She's talking to her friends about. Maybe picking the wrong member of the Bat family because they've seen Nightwing up close and oh my, he is fine. So he has to be the person who plays him in the movie has to not only be an actor and a martial artist, they have to look attractive as well. This guy seems to tick all the boxes.
I also
As we do, of course.
All three of us.
Of
We could all
course,
play
yeah.
Nightwing.
Well, I mean, Nate could do with a haircut, but whatever.
I could do with a
It's
haircut.
massive, actually. I just
It is
realised.
Yeah.
big.
Well, I'm planning on getting a cut next Friday when I work from home.
Cool.
Is that
Okay.
all right?
Live your life, mate.
But then I'll give it 2 weeks to grow out before I go on holiday, so I don't look like a complete goon when I have my haircut. See?
Fine. Whatever.
You know, there's that sweet spot between haircuts
Yeah.
where you hate it the entire time you have it, then you have it cut and you like it for about a day after 2 weeks of getting it cut, and then you hate it from then on out.
Yeah.
You know that
Are
cycle?
you hating it now or not? Are you
It's
all
all right at the minute, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's all right. It's just at that window of okay.
right?
Yeah.
Reminds me of the character from The Incredibles. Incrediboy.
Incredible.
Yeah, is it Incrediboy? And then he grows up and he's the bad man. What's he called?
Syndrome.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Yeah, a little bit like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Should we move on?
Yeah.
Please.
This is a little bit more light-hearted. Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, is happening.
I'm already tapped out.
Yeah, me too.
Let me tap you back in.
No, I don't think
Jim
you can.
Carrey is going to be playing Dr. Robotnik.
Brilliant. That's the end of his career, if it wasn't already.
Oh, you too.
Is this all CGI, or is there going to be anything else with it?
Unknown. That's coming out in November next year. So
I
you've
can't
got time to warm up to it.
I have.
Who wants this
No,
as a movie?
I don't want it.
Seriously, who wants this as a movie out there? Any of you guys listening in listener land?
Yeah.
Do you want Sonic the Hedgehog as a movie?
This guy wants it.
Really?
Why?
Yeah, it'll be fun.
No, it won't. You'll hate. Well, oh no, you probably won't.
He won't hate it.
Because it'll be silly. It looks like. Are you going to go and see Skyscraper?
No.
But that looks really silly.
It does.
And you like silly things.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
if there's like big animals punching each other in the face.
Okay. Well, the Rock. the Rock is in it.
Way, yeah. No, The Rock is funny. I like The Rock.
Yeah. Okay.
No, this movie is not for me, I'm afraid. I do
watch,
not care.
Did you watch the cartoon in the 90s?
Nope.
Did you watch the cartoon in the 90s?
Nope.
It was really fun.
Sure.
It was really fun.
Yeah. I feel like we are not the right audience for this
No.
at all.
But is Sonic Hedgehog big now? I mean,
No.
I don't think so.
As in computer games, you know, the Mario and
Mario
Sonic.
still is.
But-
Yeah, but
I
we
think.
no, but what, is it? Or we're just not a part of that group
No,
anymore?
because Nintendo have got like the Switch, haven't they? But what have Sega got now? Nothing really.
Sega.
The thing is, though, guys,
Nice.
Thanks, mate.
we don't have to explain who Sonic the Hedgehog is to our listeners. When people listen to this podcast, if they're new to it, sometimes we need to give context. So it was great that we had the conversation about Nightwing,
Yeah.
because someone listened to me and be like, I don't really read that many comics, but I like nerdy stuff. Who's Nightwing? Now they know.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic the Hedgehog, you do not have to explain.
I'll grudgingly give you that. Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
Well, there's a film coming. Jim Carrey's in it as the bad guy, Dr. Robotnik. I look forward to him putting on the makeup or voicing the character.
If he voices it like Robin Williams did for in Aladdin, I think it could be really funny because that was great. But if he's just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember what Robotnik was like in the games. Was
He's
he-
like an
He's like an
egg-shaped
egg-
man,
he's like
because
an Eggman, isn't he?
Is he like the equivalent of Donkey Kong, like as a baddie? I don't know.
Well, in the Japanese version, I think he's called Dr. Eggman.
Right, okay.
That would make sense, I guess.
And if I can give you a little bit more in-depth background, if you like, he
I'm sorry,
used to
I
be.
can't hear you from the seagulls shouting outside.
Oh, bless them! There's little baby ones up there.
Should we close that? Should we hand down
Look, you see the little baby ones, little fluffy ones.
I don't like.
I'm going to shut the window.
All right.
Can I be honest? I don't like seagulls. They're sky rats.
I like all birds, and seagulls are clever. They're resourceful.
They dive bomb you for your food if you're having fish and chips.
They're smart, aren't they?
And they attack your children.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if one attacks my children, guess what's going to happen?
You'll say, "Please don't do that, Mr. Seagull."
No, I'll rip their wings off.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Dr. Robotnik used to be a good guy. He used to be called Dr. Kintobar.
Right.
And he had some rotten eggs in his fridge, and he was doing some science experiments, and the experiments exploded, and the fridge exploded, and he got hit by the rotten eggs, and he turned into Dr. Robotnik. And do you know how I know his name is Dr. Kintobar? It's Robotnik backwards.
Wow.
So he was good, turned evil because of the rotten eggs. Dr. Eggman. That, I believe, is canon. Anyway, look, all I'm saying is that knowledge is good. Now you've got it, you'll never lose it.
No, I didn't even listen to it.
Last bit of news?
Please, God.
Take me out of this.
Top
Dang.
Gun,
Yes.
Maverick,
Yes.
which we know is being filmed because we saw Tom Cruise's
Yes, we did.
Twitter, Instagram picture, which we all got very excited about.
Yes.
We talked for ages about one little picture.
Yes, we did.
Not sure if this news is good or not.
Why?
Miles Teller has now been cast as Goose's son and Maverick's new protege,
Mini Goose.
What is a mini goose?
a Gosling.
Gosling.
Yeah, that should be his call sign. What if it's not Gosling? Then that is a missed opportunity.
Yeah, Gosling. Just
So
rocking
why
it.
isn't Ryan Gosling playing him then?
Oh, because
his
he's
name's the
older?
same.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
What do we think about Miles Teller?
He's a good actor. There's that movie that he was in with...
Whiplash.
Well, yeah, that.
Oh,
as
sorry.
well, obviously.
My bad.
But there was the other one where it's based on a true story where he's a gun runner with not Seth Rogen, the other guy who always starts with Seth Rogen.
War Dogs.
That's the
Joanna-
one.
Joanna?
Jonah
yeah.
Hill.
Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
Jonah Hill, yeah.
He's great in that.
Right.
I actually think that he has been tarnished by
Fantastic
Four.
As everyone was.
Yeah.
Including the audience.
Which is, yeah. Which is interesting because that had Michael B. Jordan in it.
Yeah, who can do no wrong.
Indeed.
So I think that this will help him get his career back on track.
I tend to agree. I think he is a good actor, and I hope he's given the opportunity to do well in this. It's, as we said before, it's directed by Joe Kosinski, who has done Oblivion, Only the Brave, and Tron Legacy. Well, I haven't seen Only the Brave, but Oblivion is a really good, fun sci-fi movie. Have you guys seen that?
No.
I'm aware of it. It's Tom Cruise, isn't it?
Tom Cruise, yeah.
Hang on. Is that the one where he goes down onto a planet? Oh,
yeah, no, go on, sorry.
Goes down onto a planet and they think it's extinct and they're all living underneath it or something?
It's a bit like that. So the premise is that it's actually Earth. We know it's Earth, and it's desolate, and that he is like a... Go on.
I love it when I do this. I just go, is it this? Is it that? And then you add so much more meat around what I've just said. So yeah, you're kind of right, but it's Earth. And you're right, you just didn't use the right word. It's desolate.
No, sorry. You're teasing me. He's been horrible to me.
No.
Ben, he's been horrible to me. I'm trying to help him.
Taste your own medicine, motherfucker.
Oh! Goodness me.
I feel really scorched.
Do we have parental guidance on...
Yeah,
on
everything is
one.
explicit.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. But yeah, so he's like a warden. He like looks after things, and they're like... It's a mystery, so I don't want to say too much. The whole point of the film is you don't know what's going on.
There's a Bond girl in it, isn't there? Olga Kurylenko.
Oh yeah, she's in it. Yeah.
I think Morgan Freeman's in it as well.
Yeah,
possibly.
that's the thing.
Yeah. It's very silly, but I really enjoyed it, and it's got one of the best film soundtracks going. So
What, better than Trolls?
yes.
I don't think so, mate.
Okay,
That was the best soundtrack.
When is
You also did Tron Legacy, which I really like. So.
Oh yeah, that's a great soundtrack as well.
Yes.
When is Top Gun 2, Top Gun Maverick? This is the new Goose coming out.
July 12th, 2019.
Oh,
okay.
8 days before my 41st birthday.
In fact, it's a year and 6 days.
Good.
We just dated the podcast real bad.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh yeah, well, never mind. It's fine.
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
20th.
My birthday's in 14 days.
On the 20th.
Lovely. Yeah, I remember.
Cool. Thanks.
Good. Just checking.
That's the end of the news, guys. Did you have any more news?
Nah, I had a little look. Nah, it's all much for muchness, really.
There was another bit of news about Tyson's TV show, but I deleted it because
Okay.
there wasn't much in it. There wasn't much meat on the bone.
Yeah. Hey, it's still coming.
Yeah.
Cool.
Should we do Nerdscene?
Yes,
Sure.
please.
Nerdscene.
I got nothing on here, so boys, help me out.
You've not watched anything?
Um,
Not even like a bird documentary or something?
no, I was really busy because last week I was away.
Oh,
wasn't
you were
I?
away, yeah.
Yeah, so
Studying hard.
I was.
Passed first time. Smashed it out of the park, didn't he?
I did.
Yeah?
Do you want to tell everyone the score you got in your exam?
I got-
And what the exam was?
I got 39 out of 50 on my BRMP exam.
Wow.
And BRMP is
Big, rolling
potato.
Malteser potato.
Oh, big one, yeah.
Yeah?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Did he get a higher score than you did, James?
Yeah, he did it first time as well.
And you did it?
Second time.
See.
Yeah.
Damn
Yeah.
it. Does that mean he's clever?
I think that...
Or does it mean he just sucks in
I'll be
knowledge
honest.
quickly
No,
and
I think
I
what
was on
happened...
my own.
repeat it?
I think what the challenge was here is, and he probably flicked it. I mean, even the sun shines on a dog's ass some days.
I'll be truly honest, right? I did the mock, and I was like, yeah, that was all right. I did all right in that,
And did you fail this?
No, I wasn't like that. I was like, okay, no, I'm probably going to be okay. There was even a couple of sections we hadn't covered yet. And I thought, well, I think I can fluke this. And then I opened the proper exam, and like the blood drained from my face. I was like,
Did you let out a little bit of wind?
a little bit. I was like, I don't know any of this. And I got halfway through, and he announced that the invigilator said, like, you're halfway through. And I was like, oh my God, I've only done like 20 questions. I got another 30 to go. And I had to the last 15, I just like, guess.
Was it multiple choice?
Yeah.
There's that scene in The Simpsons where Bart does a multiple choice paper and he's like, It's just going down. That's what I've got in my head.
But I had to just go on instinct for the last 10 because I knew I didn't have long. I knew it had about 5 minutes, so I was just like, right, I think it's out, I think it's out, I think it's like that.
Colour in the circles.
It
with
does.
the HB pencil,
It really
doesn't
does.
Yeah. Because you don't want to go out of the line.
No, you don't.
You're up at the same place that I did my exams in March, which is
just outside the Tower of London.
Yeah, which is the same place where Lucas Wiz from Jack and the Geek Talk podcast did some training last year as well.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
Cool.
Nice.
It's a small world.
Yeah.
I watched.
I was thinking that.
It's a small world.
I watched 3 billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri.
Is it good?
It's very good. It's very difficult to watch in some places, and you should definitely check it out. But don't watch it if you're in a bad mood.
Yeah,
because it will not lighten your mood.
No, I've been intending to watch that and Logan Lucky. I haven't got around to them recently, but they're the 2 on my list of I want to watch. So I hear it takes a turn.
Sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. Nothing plays out. If you've seen the trailers for it, you think it might play out like some kind of mystery,
right?
But it's not that at all. It's more something has happened. It's affected pretty much everyone in this town, and it's how they are coming to terms with it and still trying to resolve things. It's great.
That's a little bit like sounds a little bit like Moon. Did you see Moon? Duncan Jones' film Moon.
Yeah.
So the trailers for that made it look like there was going to be this mystery and twist, but actually you discover that within the first third of the movie, and then it's about how that plays out.
A little bit different, but sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, don't watch it if you're not feeling great about life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it will not improve that.
Has anyone else noticed that since you've closed the window, it's become the hottest place in the world? I'm dying. I'm dying.
Can we open the window again?
Yes, please. Yeah. I'll open the window while you talk about Batman 50.
Okay. Oh, I read Batman 50. I really enjoyed it. It's an extra-sized issue. It's got loads and loads of like single pages done by all different artists who have drawn Batman over the years. It's fantastic. A lot of people, I think, on the internet are upset about it.
Why?
Well, I think they're expecting something different from it.
Okay.
It wraps up a storyline that's been running for a little while, which I won't spoil the ending for, but it wraps up about Batman marrying Catwoman.
Yeah.
It introduces some intrigue and some mystery, which is coming from other stuff from earlier issues in Batman Rebirth titles, which is really good. And there's one page that made me cry. Straight up made me have tears in my eyes.
Wow.
And it was Alfred comes into the room and
Hashtag spoilers?
No, I don't think. Well, if you haven't read it, then skip ahead.
Does he just come in and shoot the place up?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
He walks into the room and Bruce Wayne is sat there in his wedding suit, and he's already said that, how much he looks like his dad, and Alfred's agreed. And Alfred says, who shall I call? Master Grayson or Master Kent, so they can be your best man or your witness. And Bruce Wayne, sort of looking at his phone nonchalantly, just says, well, if you've got time, Alfred, I was sort of hoping it would be you, because you've been with me from the start, and I can't really do anything without you, ever. And I never will be able to do anything without you, so I was hoping you could do it. And then there's like 3 panels where Alfred stares at Bruce, sort of goes to sit down next to Bruce, and then hugs Bruce. And I was just like, oh, I'm not crying, it's raining on my face. It was brilliant. It was really good.
On the other side of that,
yeah,
I had a conversation with Robbie Diamonds about this.
Yeah, I don't think he likes it.
He really hated it.
Yeah.
He said it was boring, and he's dropping Batman because of it.
Wow.
It's the first time in a long time he hasn't bought
Wowzers.
Yeah.
That is impressive. See, I think it's more writing of... Now, don't get me wrong, I know that this version of Batman is very different to the Scott Snyder version of Batman, where Batman was basically... Everything that was happening in his life was almost like a horror story, whereas this is almost like it's the psychological impact of everything that he's dealt with and how he deals with it now.
Both opinions are valid, I should say.
Sure,
absolutely.
And, yeah, it's completely up to everything's subjective, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if it's not for Rob, then that's I'm not that surprised, if I'm honest with you.
No.
But I really enjoyed it. Keep on going. And Kill or Be Killed, that comic book that I was like, I'm not going to read this, and I did and loved it.
Yeah.
It had its 20th issue last week. It's finished. It was brilliant all the way through, from start to finish. Consistently great. Everyone should read that comic book.
Cool.
Everyone.
And it's only 20 issues long, so it's easy to smash through.
There will be, I think, a hardcover full set that will come out soon, which I probably will buy.
Brilliant. I'll borrow that then.
Thanks.
Sure.
And the last thing on here is Sicario, the first Sicario.
Yes. I watched this.
I watched it too.
And I watched it for the first time. You've watched it already, haven't you?
Yeah, it's probably about my third time.
So I was really lucky. Did we Did I tell this last time about looking through my Sky Planner
Yeah, you did.
movies?
Yeah, you definitely told us. I can't remember if you said it offline or online, but yeah.
Yeah, anyway, so
Yeah.
I saw that it was there, and so I recorded it and I watched it, and I thought, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
It's a special film, isn't it?
I've got to admit, I watched it after a barbecue. I had a barbecue at my house. I had a few drinks, whatever it was, but I still really enjoyed it, and I can vaguely remember it. But it was just absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I mean,
it doesn't.
sorry.
No, I was going to say it doesn't rely on effects or anything like that. It's actually phenomenal because it's tense and the writing and the sound. It's just
It just opened up a world that I don't think I was quite aware of. And it is the real world.
It's a very brutal world.
Yeah,
as well,
and
isn't it?
I've spoken to some people about it, and they didn't really see the point in the Emily Blunt character.
Oh, she's so important.
I thought she was. I think she is the audience.
Yeah,
in
she
some
does.
respects.
Yeah.
That's what I feel, because everything's having to be explained to her, and if she wasn't there, you'd be like, "What are they doing now?"
Yeah, why are
And
they
she's
doing
kept in
that?
the
Yeah,
dark
yeah.
for like 2/3 of the film.
Yeah.
She never really understands why she is where she is.
And therefore, so are we.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's revealed that, spoilers, if you haven't seen Sicario, skip ahead a little bit. But then it's revealed that the CIA can only operate inside the United States if they've got an agent from another agency or a member of another agency sort of with them as like a member of their task force. And suddenly you're like, the CIA, this is why everything's really clandestine. Okay, I understand what's happening now.
It was. I mean. Yeah, I just thought it was great. At the dinner table, #spoilers, near the end.
Oh yeah.
Keep in
Fantastic,
mind what he does there.
Yeah.
When we go to talk about this next film.
I think the something else that should be held on to about the first Sicario film. It was directed by Denis Villeneuve, who I think is a truly superb director. He's one of my favourites. He knows tension, right? He knows how to keep you interested in a movie, even when it's just about talking. And it was shot by Roger Deakins,
Yes.
who is one of the greatest cinematographers of all time. We don't get very much into that nerdy stuff very often, but he has done.
Look,
I mean,
he
let's-
did Blade Runner 2049.
2049, he did Sicario, Unbroken, Prisoners, Skyfall, Rango. He was a consultant. True Grit, The Company Men, A Serious Man, Revolutionary Road, No Country for Old Men, Jarhead, The Lady Killers, A Beautiful Mind, Oh Brother Where Art Thou, The Big Lebowski, Courage Under Fire, Fargo, Dead Man Walking, Shawshank Redemption. There isn't a film on here that is bad. He is
It's
one of the...
also
yeah.
every film that he's done. Every film that he's involved in looks absolutely beautiful because it's all shot through his same incredibly artistic eye.
So that needs
Very
to be
well
kept in mind, I think, when
Sure.
thinking about the first Sicario and the second Sicario.
Can I also pick up on the violence in there? I know that you're not a big fan
We're talking
of
Sicario
No.
now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course. Yeah, the first one. So, not a lot of things are shown that graphically.
No, indeed.
And I'm thinking about the house.
At the beginning?
Yeah, right at the beginning.
Yeah, yeah.
How horrific
Yeah.
is that? I mean, if they had shown... I think it was more horrific the fact that you don't see that much.
And that is the
It's a
lesson,
bit like,
isn't it?
It's a bit like Jaws, Jaws, the first one, is quite scary because you only see little bits of that, and then when you see the whole thing, you're like, oh God, really? But it's that tension, and you see, and you just, wow. There are people in a house that have been built into the walls. Wow.
Yeah, the whole film as well. It is. It's a lesson in how to build tension, and that I think does continue into Soldado.
Well, should we get to that in a second?
We'll get to that in a second.
But you the summary would be you enjoyed Sicario.
I would definitely sit and watch that again. I mean, I genuinely think that is one of the best films I have ever seen.
Wow.
I'm really glad you said that.
It might pop in. I haven't decided yet. It's definitely in my top 10. It could be higher.
Brilliant.
And everyone in it's really good.
I love all the characters.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little bit difficult to see Josh now because when he talks, I'm just thinking,
Thanos.
where's Thanos?
Yeah,
Where are you?
yeah.
And you just look at his face and his chin. I'm like, you are Thanos. But still, I think seeing him in that role was brilliant.
There's also the partner who's a British guy.
Yes.
What's Daniel Luca? It was
Daniel. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his surname?
There's no way to know this information.
No, he's very good in it as well. I mean, he is he is the conscience of the audience talking to the audience. If she's the audience, do you see what I'm saying? Like
Daniel Kaluuya?
Kaluuya, that's it. Yeah.
Like
He was in like Black Panther and Get Out, and he's clearly a star in the making.
Yeah, definitely.
But he
won the BAFTA Rising Star Award, didn't he?
Yeah,
I think.
So he is trying to convince her to not be involved.
Yes,
because he's the conscience talking to the audience to say.
Yeah.
But she's sort of intrigued by it all, so she goes into it. I don't know. It's a great movie.
I would say so.
So speaking of that, should we talk about Sicario 2 Soldado?
Yes.
Soldado.
Yeah. Sicario. Soldado.
It
means soldier.
Yeah, it means soldier. Yeah, and Sicario means assassin.
Yeah, hitman.
Yeah. Really good, wasn't it?
I really enjoyed it, and again, it was so tense. There were scenes where James and I were sat next to each other in the cinema. We were both saying, "God, my hands are sweating.
Yeah.
I know something horrible is coming," and then something horrible does happen, and it's just, oh God, it was good.
I absolutely loved it. I thought it again. I think this is in my top 5 because I thought it was so good.
Wow!
Yeah, I was in a cinema. I normally sit back and I'm nicely relaxed, and I'm basically going to be reiterating what Ben said. But I felt like I had to sit forward at sometimes.
Yeah.
My palms were sweaty. I felt like I was going through a bit of a workout, which I think was really good. I think because my adrenaline was pumping.
Your heart rate's going.
And it's building, it builds, and it just drops a little bit to give you that little breather.
Yeah, the middle breather. Yeah.
Do you know what? I've been running at this pace for too long. I can't handle it anymore. I need a water break or something. So it just takes it down a little bit, and then it ramps it right back up again, and you're just like, wow.
I wonder if you liked it as much as you did because you'd seen it so soon after seeing the first one.
Maybe.
So you've got that. It's almost a
continuity.
a momentum as well of that
world.
You're
talking about Del Toro's character with his family and everything else like that. So that was obviously. Are we talking spoilers?
Let's do non-spoilers, just very, very quickly.
Okay.
Very quickly.
So I think there's probably that element to it. I think the lack of an audience character in it, for me, was the one negative.
Really?
It's the only thing that pulls it back, and that's why I think you probably still enjoyed it because you were still in that world.
Well, maybe.
Whereas I just watched a catch-up video on it, so that's probably the only thing. That's damning praise. It was so good.
I think it's a worthy sequel to Sicario. That I think is the best thing I can say about it because Sicario was such a great film, and this film stands next to it. It might not reach the heights of Sicario for me, but I think it's worthy of being in the same mold.
I don't think it will, only because, especially in the UK, because we're going through such our weather's brilliant that no one really wants to go to the cinema. We went to the cinema, Ben.
Yeah, this is true.
And there were 4 people sat in there.
It's such a shame.
In fact,
apart from us, yeah.
Apart
It was
from
a 250-seater cinema.
Yeah.
Screen 1 in the View in Exeter.
And it was
there were 6 people in there. James and I.
Oh yeah.
James and I and 4 other people. And that's just not enough for a film of that magnitude.
But
it was really good.
It's getting critical acclaim, so I think it will pick up either in cinema or at least in home cinema. It will.
It took my breath away. It did.
I've got 2 problems with the film that we'll get into in spoilers.
Let me say one thing before we get into spoilers.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't think this is spoilers, but I would say the blueprint for the movie is exactly the same as the first movie. It has the thing at the beginning.
Yeah. Oh yes.
It has the team that then go and do something. It has that nice lull in the middle where you're kind of like thinking about what's going on. Then it ramps up and it's got stuff at the end.
I don't know. I mean, okay, yes.
A horrific.
Yeah, I guess.
Shall we?
I guess so. But I think we saw more about. Now I'm going to say, I think it was based more.
Del Toro's character, right?
Yeah. But it was based more in Mexico as well.
Yes.
Well, compared to.
But I just meant like the
whole team were there.
Yeah. I just meant sort of plot just felt. It felt like it felt like it had the same 2 ends and the same middle.
In Sicario, there's a horrific discovery. We won't go into it until we get to spoilers. But in Soldado, there's a horrific event.
Yeah.
There's a horrific event at the beginning of Sicario as well because of the explosion in the hut.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that those 2 sort of mirror each other. Then there's sort of talking. Okay, this is something that we're going to do something about it.
Reaction to it. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's that lull. Then they start doing things. in Mexico City, which some of those things, by the way, were incredibly well done. This shot well
in the trailers. This is in the trailer, so I can say this.
Yeah.
The scenes with the helicopters. Every time a helicopter's on screen, I was like,
yeah,
because it was real.
Yeah.
It wasn't CGI.
Yeah.
That was a real freaking helicopter.
Yeah,
that was brilliant.
yeah, and then you have the
yes,
the sort of final act where it all ramps up again.
Yes,
you know, and it's similar.
/ goes to shit. Yeah.
Give us your problems then.
Well, I think I want to do that in spoilers.
Well, I
think they are very spoilers.
I think we're done for spoilers.
I think we've got our toes on the line of going into spoilers.
Okay.
Should we just confidently walk over that line?
Okay. No. Before we do, I'll talk just two things because we talked about
you just want to hang. We're building the tension.
Yeah, we
just
are.
like we are in the film.
So two things. We talked about the director and cinematographer of Sicario, Denis Villeneuve and Roger Deakins.
Yeah.
So the director of this one is Stefano Sollima, who's done a load of Gamera.
Yeah.
No?
Gamora,
sorry, apologies.
You might be correct.
No, it's Gamora, yeah.
I think it's Gamora.
And I can see the similarities in what he's done there. And that again is about building that tension, but also that grit and real life to it.
Yep, and it felt real. Yeah. So I think it was a great choice of director.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
There were parts of it that got more Hollywood towards the end for me in Soldado than they did in Sicario. Sicario felt real the whole way through, whereas I think Soldado got slightly more Hollywood.
That's part of my problems, which we'll get to.
All right, let's go for it.
But the tension
was good.
Yes, excellent.
It's made me want to check out Gamora.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And the cinematographer is a guy called Dariusz Wolski, who's a Polish filmmaker. And he has done the cinematography for Soldado, All the Money in the World, War Machine, Alien Covenant, The Walk, The Martian, Exodus, Gods and Kings, Prometheus, which is a fantastically beautiful film.
Good,
Eagle Eye. Some of these films are films that you go, oh, I'm not sure I like that, but there's something about it I really liked, and I'll tell you what it is you liked.
It looked beautiful.
The Pirates of the Caribbean films he's done.
Oh, okay.
He did Hide and Seek, The Mexican. He's Crimson Tide. The guy is obviously.
He's worked with a Scot. Oh no, well because he did Prometheus as well.
Yeah,
he's worked with
both Scots.
Yeah, wow.
He's obviously badass and knows how to make things look. And there was one. There was loads of stuff in Soldado that looked stunning and was shot really well. Framing was amazing. Everything action in it was incredible way it was shot. There was one bit though that I really, really enjoyed. And
is it with the convoy?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
It's such a simple thing that happened, and it's a conversation between Josh Brolin and Benicio del Toro on the phone,
on the satellite phones. Yeah.
And I'm not going to spoilers now, but conversations on phones normally in films. You have someone on the far left of the screen and someone on the far right of the screen, so that when it cuts between them, your brain makes up that they're talking to each other.
Yeah.
In this, Brolin was centre of the screen, and it was further back. And as the tension built in the conversation, it moved forward and moved forward and moved forward, and it then finally ended up on a close-up on his face. And it's a simple act, but the whole scene made me it made the hair on the back of my neck stand up.
It's really scratching the itch in your your film degree.
Yeah.
Wow, very good.
And I think I
see that, picked up on that, but not to
But you
that
shouldn't
degree.
pick up on stuff like that. You shouldn't. You should go with it. And I think he should be applauded for following in the footsteps of Roger Deakins, because he's very good.
Yeah,
he doesn't follow. He's obviously great in his own right, clearly, but to follow in terms of this film. So I'm done on that now. I don't know if you guys want to give any more.
I really enjoyed it, and I think if you enjoyed Sicario, you will enjoy this film, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I think, and I really, really enjoyed it. Like
I said, guarantee it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the JB guarantee of enjoyment.
Absolutely. If you like the first one, you're going to love this one.
That could be a new thing on this podcast. JB's guarantee of enjoyment.
I like it.
I
just like to say that Ben and I were talking when we finished, and I don't remember. There are a few films that are better. Sequels are better than the first, but and that's because the first is so high.
Yeah.
But this, like I said, I think it actually got to that point in my eyes, and it was a little bit above that.
Oh, very good.
Do you want to talk spoilers?
Let's get into spoilers.
Let's do it. Boom.
The explosion at the beginning in the supermarket. almost made me want to stand up and walk out the cinema. It was that harrowing.
We looked at each other, didn't we?
Yeah,
We just went,
and it was because the last
there are 5.
well, it's
one.
the mother
Yeah,
with
yeah.
her daughter
It was
looking
awful.
at this person.
Awful.
Yeah.
And she's like, please, inching towards the door, inching towards the door. You think
She might get out.
she might get out, and then she doesn't.
I think you think you might. Your
hope.
brain is. I hope she gets out, but you know she's doing the wrong thing. Get behind the counter. Get down. Get low. Get away.
She's so close to that door, though.
Yeah.
So it's like, do I jump through the window? I mean, you wouldn't be able to because it's like triple gaze things. But
yeah.
But you're right. But when you're so close, you're just looking at
I
someone's...
could get away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at
He's away
someone's
from
humanity.
freedom.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
whether that's if you're a person that
Of that faith.
has got things on you that you want to make things explode, then you may not be thinking like that.
No. Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
you're
Yeah.
looking about doing the biggest amount of damage, and this is probably playing into it.
I think it's a very I can't believe I'm going to say this on this podcast, but I think it's a very politically relevant film right
Yeah,
now.
it shocked me early on
Yeah.
that happened. When they're chasing the very, very opening scene where the helicopter is chasing the migrants who are trying to jump across the river and stuff. I was like, okay, yeah, we're in Mexico again. Okay, that sort of stuff. And then he kneels down and he sort of puts his hands up and praying. And there was a moment early on where I was like, we're dealing with that. Are we? Right, okay.
Yeah.
And then when they walk into the supermarket, I've already got that in the back of my head. And I went to see it with Vic, the Italian, and I could see she hadn't quite got that they were going to be terrorists in there, like the first moment.
Oh, I did. I thought exactly that.
Yeah, and I did. And I was like, oh my God, are these guys are going to blow it up? And I sort of looked at her, and she sort of was like, okay. And then I saw her realise, like, obviously it was only like in a moment, like, and then I was like, oh my God, this is going to be horrid.
Yes, and potentially because the Italian doesn't like things like that, it's potentially the sort of thing that could put her off the film. Full stop.
She really enjoyed the movie.
Wow.
She enjoyed the first one.
That is testament to how good it was.
Yeah.
Because the Italian could let explosions where innocent people are brutally killed go because of the content that's being delivered in the rest of the film.
She likes watching Hallmark movies because they feel good and she knows what's going to happen and that sort of thing. So yeah, agreed. There's the scene that follows that then when the I assume Navy SEALs are parachuting in and they come into shot. I mean, it's again stunningly shot.
But I like it is, and I'm interrupting. I'm
No,
sorry,
it's fine.
but I like the fact that there is no noise.
Yeah,
I mean, this
yeah.
is what is actually happening.
Real.
You know, it's a bit like when you're in space, you're not supposed to hear anything.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think it was it Battlestar Galactica did that, and like
Yes.
there were no noises. There's no like ding.
No, yeah.
So you're just like, all you hear is like
The rustling of the air,
and
yeah,
you're just
yeah.
like,
That was good.
thanks. But then they land and you still can't hear anything.
I know.
You can't even see them. What's going on?
Have you guys seen the film Zero Dark 30?
Yes.
So it's about Osama bin Laden being found,
Yes.
and the majority of the movie is about the intelligence agencies and torture techniques and how they figure all that out. And then the last, say, 20 minutes is a SEAL team going in and getting him. And it just completely reminded me of that, and it's brilliant.
I thought it was shot fantastically
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
You know, the way they're just in, it's an efficient team.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. We know what we want. Here we go. Out we come.
And
Bye. Just like that. What happened?
it's a mature film in that it doesn't need to explain it to us. We
Yeah.
get it. We
Yeah.
know what's going on. We know they're experts. We know they're professionals.
Mhm.
They get on with it and do it. Some films pander to us these days,
Yeah,
but I
mate.
think we, as a
It's
society, have language of film now. You know?
I'm going to turn my night vision on.
Yeah, exactly.
Of
Yeah,
course you are, because
Yeah.
you're in the dark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, we don't. It doesn't need to be spelled. Doesn't need to be spelled out to us. So yeah. What else, Ben? You've got issues with it.
Oh, my issues are right at the end. So we're going to skip through all the really, really good stuff here and get right to the end.
Well, what else can we say about the good stuff? It's very tense. It's a great script. It's shot really well.
I've loved the fact when you're along with the journey when they've got the girl. Is it Isabella?
Yes.
Do you know
Yes.
what? I really liked her character.
Yeah, she was great.
We're
She was
introduced
great.
to her as a private school.
Bitch.
My dad heads a cartel up.
Yeah.
I'm going to fight. And when she sat down with the headmaster and he's like, well, I'm going to expel you, she's just like that. She sits down and goes,
She's like daring him to do it.
yeah,
isn't
I dare you to do it. And then she gets
See
up
what
and
happens.
says, I thought that would happen or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah.
Then she gets...
So that's what I thought. I think she says, yeah.
And then she gets kidnapped, and so this what her defined real world was popped real quick.
Yeah,
And she started shitting herself.
She's a weird casting because she's clearly a very pretty girl, but she's And I think that is confusing because she's young, but she acts very old. I found it very confusing because I kind of the look of her was like a 12-year-old, but she has the facial emotiveness of an adult. Did you find that? Like she was obviously a very good actress.
Very good.
But it kind of jarred me a little bit. I was like, oh, isn't she supposed to be like young? I didn't get it.
But I think she's kind of hard nosed as well.
Yes.
She obviously, if her father's like this big dude who's like killing people, she doesn't know that, but she's been brought up to.
She knows the world a little bit. Yeah.
So
she lives in a mansion. A 32-bed mansion on her own, with just a security detail. Yeah, she knows what her dad is.
I really liked that comparison. I thought that was great. And then I think her capture. You know, the guys are like, "Have your mobile signal gone?"
Yeah, and straight away they knew. They were professionals. Something bad's going to happen, and they didn't tell us about that though. They just had the quick conversation in the car. Check your mobile signal. Okay, it's all blocked out. Something bad's happening because they've blacked us out, and then boom, it happens. And all the stuff leading up to that kidnap was great, you know. So there's that stupid gun scene in the trailer where he holds the gun like that and then fires it with his other hand.
Oh, they're totally.
But I actually liked that scene because he revealed himself of who he was. Benicio del Toro's character revealed himself to the accountant guy lying on the ground, who obviously knew him from his past when he was also an accountant for a cartel before his family were killed.
He's a lawyer, wasn't he?
Lawyer, accountant, same thing, right?
There's a slightly Hollywood moment when they figure out who the link to the cartel is from the satellite footage.
Oh yeah.
That was a little bit Hollywood for me.
Well, you're talking about the copper.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
the copper. But, talking about the copper, Guff.
Yeah.
But there's the sort of
bacon.
The intrigue and the misdirect of the Americans kidnapped her, then they pretend it's not them, and then they pretend to save her.
Yeah,
I like that. And then later on, when they're on the convoy, and the Mexican police do actually attack them, I didn't know if that was another misdirect for her, and then I was like, "Oh, should I be following this?" Or
savage. I thought that was brilliant. You know, I liked the road ends in like 3 clicks or something. I can't see a goddamn thing. What's going on? Yeah. Okay, just keep tight to them. Blah blah blah. There's something over here, and then it just the guy with the big sort of gun turns around. He's like, "Boom!" You're like, holy! I thought I was in the car.
The action's amazing.
The way the camera is and everything else, you're kind of just sat in behind Brolin and his dude, who I can't remember. Yeah. You're just like, holy crap.
But do you know what? That's two things from what you said about that guy. Going through the security footage and finding it was the copper, as James called him, who sort of sold them out, and then that guy who was up in the AWACS plane, sort of looking, it's all clear for 7 miles all around you, everything's fine, everything's fine. Well, those two guys are obviously crap at their jobs because he didn't know to check the footage, and he can't see that there's actually a bloody convoy of people with rocket launchers there waiting for him.
I think they were hidden. I think, and they were in the convoy because the Mexican police came up with them and then turned on them.
Right. Okay.
So I agree. It was a little bit confusing.
But I think it's trying to. They were trying to big up Brolin's character. Is like, well, hang on a minute, why are these people dead? How did they die? What's going on? This is the number you need to call.
Yeah. So he was like the badass that could figure it out.
Like, of course, I'm super brain.
Yeah.
But I really did like Brolin's character. I know he's a CIA spook, and you're not supposed to like him.
Oh no, he's really likable. Yeah,
I've got a bit of a man crush, I think, on Josh Brolin.
He's really come out with it. He's having a Matthew reconnaissance. You know the reconnaissance that happened? The reconnaissance of Matthew McConaughey.
Nice.
He's
having a Brolinaissance.
Oh, I like it.
Thanks.
We'll get back to
that. He's having a Brolinaissance.
Yeah,
not sure.
Whatever.
Because he's got 4 movies out this year.
What's his 4th?
There's a Netflix movie about being a deer hunter trying to take his son into the wild, and it looks really funny and really heartwarming, and I can't remember the name of it. It's called something like
Josh Brolin is the deer hunter.
Yeah,
thought so.
White Deer Hunter or something.
Okay, so 2 problems I have for this film.
Okay,
right near the end. Now I cast you back to Sicario, and let's all remember this guy that they're after. Isabella Reyes is the daughter of Reyes, who is the head of
the cartel.
Of a cartel, the same cartel that killed Alejandro's family, chopped off his wife's head, threw his daughter into a bath of acid, and dissolved her, basically.
Savage.
All right, so it's real savage, brutal stuff. At the end of Sicario, he finds the guy who was directly responsible for that, who worked for Reyes, the head of the cartel, and killed him, his wife, and his 2 sons. Dead in a second. No hesitation whatsoever. Now, that guy worked for Reyes. Reyes' daughter, he gives her a pass. That felt Hollywood to me.
No, I think...
Now, I know there's this whole thing... Sorry, I'll interrupt you a little bit, because maybe she reminds him of his daughter.
Exactly right.
Also, he's built a relationship with her because he's had conversations with her.
Yes.
Those kids at the dinner table were targets.
Yeah, that's
this
true.
girl, he's been in a convoy, he's seen her in distress, he's saved her, air quotes.
Your parenting just kicks in.
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
And then to make matters worse, when he's out and about... He then he's trying to get, when he captures her, catches up with her, he then, funnily enough, maybe that was a Hollywood moment of meeting the deaf guy.
Yeah.
So he's having to do the signing.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a Hollywood moment, yeah.
And then Isabella has her realisation about what her father's done to this man.
Yeah.
I get a bit emotional about it. It's making me sweat again.
If you want to pass for it, she is his way out. So he could keep her alive for that.
Sure. Okay.
He could be calculating about it. But I do tend to think that we're meant to believe it was the emotional route.
Yes.
Now, I don't mind that when he was, and this is massive spoilers, so if you've not seen Soldado, just go away and come back when you've seen it.
Shot in the face.
When he's shot in the face.
Oh my God.
And he doesn't die, I called that happening because of where he was shot.
I
could see he was shot here, and if he was going to survive, he would survive because the bullet went into his cheek and out the other side.
I don't know how I called it, but I think they played him so much lip service, and we were shown so much distress about it that I thought.
I thought he was dead.
You know, I started to question myself, but I did think.
You know what they're doing here? They have just blown away a big character, one of the main cast character here,
and it almost would have been braver to kill him.
It would have been, but
Yeah.
then how the movie ended.
Oh, yes.
So you kind of untick that box. You know, the point is that the boy, Miguel, is it?
Well, we haven't even mentioned his storyline.
Well,
it's in parallel, but not
so
involved
Miguel
in any way.
He's nervous about it, and he's meant to shoot him in the head, and he misses. I mean, what are the chances? Anywhere else, he's going to die.
Yeah.
But I didn't see that where that bit went, and he was gone.
Yeah.
So that was it. But yes, do we want to talk about Miguel and this
Yeah,
line?
yeah.
I mean, I thought that was great. And a lovely little story within the bigger story.
Yep.
He lived right on the border as well. Like, literally, he would throw a stone into Mexico.
So his story is mirrored throughout the rest of the movie with all the other migrants and the fact that they live well in Texas, but the rest of the Mexicans don't, and that sort of stuff. So it's linked, but it's not directly linked till that scene.
What scene?
When he shoots him, yeah.
Well, I think it's linked before that.
Well, when he sees him in the car.
Yeah, in the car, and then he realises, and then he sees him.
Yes,
and he's kind of like...
in the holding ground with the other
I've seen this dude before. I was like, okay.
That was. I liked how the brutality of that scene. So when they caught him on the bus, they just took him to the open area, gave the gun to that other unknown kid, and he couldn't do it. So they just shot him in the head, gave it to the other guy, and he just walked up and did it. Now, this though leads me to the second bit of the film that I had a little bit of a problem with, and that is the very scene right at the end. I don't want those two characters to talk ever, and they did. Now, what I think would have been a better scene. So when he opens that door, that kid, it's a year later. He's covered in tattoos now. He's a cartel member now. He's a player.
Yeah.
He's got some money. You know, all that sort of thing. When he opens that door and Alejandro's there, and Alejandro sits him down and says, "So you want to be a Sicario? Let's talk about your future." And shuts the door. Bullshit Hollywood ending. What would have been better is you see that kid walking through the mall, and he walks off of the screen, and then Alejandro walks onto the screen and walks off screen and fade to black. And that gives you the exact same thing, the exact same ending, potentially. You know that Alejandro knows where he is, and he's going to either get him or have a word with him. Come into Sicario 3, it feels like it's a better movie.
No, I don't mind it at all.
No, it's terrible.
No, I don't mind it at all.
want to be in Sicario? Come on.
No, because you know why? You know why? It's the father thing again.
Yeah.
He wants that kid. Okay, that kid is in that world. There's no getting him out of that world now. You cannot come out of it. But he can shape him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You just didn't want it as...
I didn't want it all wrapped up neatly like that. I didn't want that. I wanted there to be an air of mystery about the ending.
Do you know what? It ends like The Godfather. the first Godfather movie. Sorry, spoilers for the 70s, but Al Pacino becomes the Godfather.
Yeah.
And he says to Kay, "Don't ask me about my business."
Yeah, I think that might be in Godfather 2.
No, he puts her out the door, and then she's looking back in the door.
Oh no, that's when he's okay.
She looks back in the door, and she's like, "Oh, you're legitimate," you know. So he's like, "Yeah, everything's fine," and he's just like, "I won't ever lie to you." And then these men hug him like she saw the father being hugged, and then closes the door on her face, and it's like, "You're out of this world now. Get out."
Good shout.
Same ending.
I thought it was nice because I thought it was better. I mean, what you're trying to say, Ben, is you're
I wanted a mysterious ending.
Yeah, you don't know whether he's going to be killed.
Yeah.
Is he going to shoot him for shooting him, or is he going to take his arm around his shoulder or do whatever? Personally, I prefer the ending because I like the fact that Totaro is thinking to himself he may not be always around. This could have been a life-changing moment. He thought he was nails. He got shot, got caught, thought he could talk himself out of things, all this thing. What's going to happen with Isabella?
She won't be back.
Well, how do you know? Because she's in witness protection.
Yeah,
Brolin took her off. So, what sort of life is she having? Is he going to go and do something? Is he going to use the boy and brainwash the boy to start taking out all the cartel members that messed his family up?
Maybe.
I mean, I'm just jumping to conclusions. I need to take a breath.
There was a great line earlier. There's a great line earlier in the movie where the CIA handler of Brolin, I forget the lady's name, but she's been in loads of stuff. She wants to shut it down, and she's like, "Just get another one of him."
I can't do that.
Yeah, and she's like, "Get another one of him. They're a dime a dozen." And he says, "Do you know how long it took to make him?"
Yeah.
Well, we're starting early with Miguel.
Yeah. I see why it happened. I see it. I wish it hadn't played out like that, because what it is it's telling us rather than showing us. The lines at the end of that film, in that scene, told us what was happening rather than showing us what was happening. That's my only beef.
I can see it.
It's, like I said,
it's a bit on the nose.
It's damning praise because the film itself, you take the whole film as a whole, it's great. It is absolutely great, and it stands shoulder to shoulder with Sicario. That's the best praise I can give it.
I am so impressed that all three of us liked it so much.
It's a really, really good film.
If people listen to this, you've got to the end, you haven't seen the movie, but we spoilt it up for you, I think the movie still stands up.
Yeah.
Go and see it.
Yeah, please, God, go and see it.
Should we wrap it up? Anyone got any more to say about it?
I've got some audience feedback.
Oh yeah, give us just say 3 good bits of audience feedback.
Okay, I think we only got 3 if I'm honest.
Oh, that'll do. Yeah,
I don't think an awful lot of people have seen it,
which is a real shame because it's great.
We Have a Hulk Pod, which is at We Have a Hulk Pod. Nicola said, watched it last night. Super bleak, even more than the first. Also, felt pretty confused watching. But got to hand it to the director. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. The tension and dread was unbearable at times. I did miss Emily Blunt, though.
I think that is a missing element to the movie. I think you probably were okay with it, JB, like I said, because you went straight in from the last one.
Because there's continuity. Jack the Creature, which is at Jack the Creature, he said, and I think we liked it more than other people, he said, not as good as the first. As it begins to feel like it isn't really going anywhere, then the ending feels a little disappointing. Hard to follow up a great film like the first, but this feels like a typical Hollywood sequel. I was hoping I could make the joke a Soldado movie.
Well, you can, because it was a Soldado movie.
Robert at that Rob Sir says, I feel like the only person who hasn't seen it. Well, actually, I'd say
I think you're right. Yeah.
You're not, mate. There's a lot of other people that haven't seen it. So yeah, we didn't get a lot of feedback. We got a little bit.
I think that's telling. The lack of feedback is telling.
Yeah, it is. Well, we're in the middle of the heat wave. We're in the middle of the World Cup. We're coming to the end of the World Cup. Wimbledon has just started as well.
World Cup.
World Cup.
All right.
Yeah. What did they say?
No, I just didn't know there's a World Cup on.
Oh, right, yeah. There's a World Cup on. We've also got 2 podcast episodes about the World Cup. You should go and check that out.
I thought I listened to the first
one.
At
the things that we like.
Sorry.
Anyway, I think it's just, unfortunately, it's been released at a very difficult time, which is why Ant-Man and the Wasp isn't out yet. There you go.
Yeah, you're probably right. Right, take us home, Ben. How can people get a hold of us? How can they tell us what they think?
They can email us, which is nerdschating@outlook.com. They can send us a tweet or a Facebook thing or get us on Instagram, just search for Nerds Chatting, you'll find us. And we've got a blog, which is nerdschatting.com, which I might rename to nerdschattingnetwork.com.
Yeah, sounds good.
And then put in sections for your podcast and mine.
Yeah.
And this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it eventually. Probably next year.
Sounds good.
Excellent. And you should check out the Just Chatting podcast, which is a conversation with Anthony Topazio, and there's possibly a new one coming in the next couple of weeks.
We're recording a new one next Wednesday, and we'll be releasing it in the next couple of weeks.
Excellent.
That's a really interesting one. Military man.
Oh.
Yeah.
You got that? You
I got it, yeah.
That up.
I got it, yeah.
You're not just a pretty face, are you?
No, quite.
Hugh Jackman face, someone told me.
Someone said I look like young Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, I don't see it.
No, I don't see it either.
Okay. I think it's just the hair because it looks big and it's Wolverine.
It's all it is big hair.
I think I'm going to go back to the office, get a picture of Hugh Jackman with his Wolverine hair and model your hair on it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Good.
Is that everything?
I think so, yeah.
We in?
Yeah.
We done?
Yeah, I think we're done.
I think we are done.
Thank you for listening, everybody. Well done if you got this far, because I don't know if everyone listens to the end.
Maybe not.
Really?
Should we say something like, just to see if people...
Got the most random word possible and see if anyone tweets it to us.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Done.